Alright guys, this is Aaron with Operation Bad here with a new deck list for you. This deck is, it's TGFS, which is a TG Flameveil stun with some of the stun cards, you know, replaced for draw power. So starting off the deck here, we got 3 TG Strikers. This guy's like a Cyber Dragon that's also a tuner. 800 attack, so he won't really be, you know, hitting over much, but he's mainly there just to go quick special summon and synchro into something else. If he's destroyed, he can search out another TG during the end of the turn other than himself, so that's why I run 3 of him. Next up, we got 3 TG Warwolf. This guy's really good in this deck. What he does is whenever a level 4 or lower is special summoned, you get to special summon this guy from your hand. He's 1200 attack to your defense, so he's, again, not something to hit over much with, but, you know, special striker, special into a Warwolf, sink into an instant 5 for whatever, you know, Catastor or Wonder Magician or something. And he also has the same effect as Striker, to where you get to search out at the end of the phase for anything other than himself. 3 TG Rush Rhinos. This guy's the main beater of the deck. He goes up to 2000 when he attacks. 4-star, so easy normal summon. Can get bottomless, and that's kind of, you know, it does hurt because you can't search out at the end of the turn. As with most TGs, he searches out yet another that isn't himself. Next up, here comes the Flameveil engine. 3 Flameveil Fire Dogs. I don't really need to explain these much ever since you've seen them. Flameveil Fire Dog, pretty much 1900 beater, gets over pretty much anything. Whenever it destroys something, you special out a level 4 or level 4 or lower Flameveil that with 200 defense, which also can get you into a Warwolf surprisingly. So now people are probably going to get kind of curious about this. Only one Magician. I don't really use him for that much. He's just kind of there to be able to special summon, you know, with a effect. 2 King Tiger Wanghu. This thing pretty much shuts down just about every deck nowadays. You know, you summon this first turn. 6 Samurais aren't going to get their Kagemusha or Kageki out on the field without this popping it. Black Wings aren't going to get Gale or anything like Breeze or whatever until they get over it. He's also 1700. He's also a beast, which is important for a later card in the deck. But that's all the monsters I run. I don't run it very monster heavy, so... Next up, 3 Upstart Goblins. This is the main draw force of the deck. I really don't have to really explain myself with this one. Draw 1 card, give your opponent 1000 life points. It's the only draw power that I really have in this deck. I could run a Lure, but I only have 3 targets, being the Warwolves, and I don't really want them removed from play. 2 MST, 1 Trunade. Staples for spell and trap removal. 1 Pot of Avarice, because you will load up the graveyard pretty fast with synchroing and all that other stuff. So, I mean, it's always nice to have an Avarice. 1 Book of Moon, that's a staple. 1 Monster Reborn, just because of the fact that, well, it's a staple. Dark Hole, staple. Now, I take a Smashing Ground, and that's just for anything that, you know, that I can't hit over with a current monster. Like, if I can't hit over a Thunder King, I'll smash it. Can't hit over, like, a Scrap Dragon, I'll smash it, you know. Now on to traps. This card right here, TG1, EM1, is what makes TGs very, very playable. It's pretty much what I call a super creature swap. You select whichever monsters you want on the field to be switched, and they switch position. That's usually the way to win in this deck, especially against like 6 Sams. They sink into Shien, you activate Torrential, which they'll most obviously negate, then chain this and take their Shien or anything else. 1 TGX3 DX2, kind of like a mini Pot of Avarice. You know, return 3 TG monsters from the graveyard to the deck, draw 2. So I took this just because of the fact that TGs will be in the graveyard more than anything else. So 1 Reckless Greed just for extra draw power. 2 Deep Prison, stop attacks. Don't really have to explain much there. Mirror Force, obvious staple. Torrential, staple. Solemn Judgment is obvious staple. Now, 1 Roll Oppression, and that's obviously for the stun in this deck. That stops, you know, you're not synchroing much. If you do, it's going to be before you play Oppression, so you don't have to worry about it. Tech 1 Bottomless, again, for anything like smashing that, you know, like Thunder King or anything like that. Just get rid of it. Now here's where the deck gets kind of weird. I run 2 Horn of the Phantom Beasts. Now this thing, I love it in this deck. Activate this whenever your opponent attacks, you know, pump up a beast-type monster, which, out of the 15 monsters you run in this deck, 11 of them are targets for this. So, you have multiple targets for it, and it's, very easy to play. It'll bump up Wanghu up to 25, it'll bump up, Rhino to 24, 28 if it attacks, it'll bump up, Fire Dog up to 27, and plus whenever you destroy a monster, you get to draw a card, which is more draw power for this deck. And this can also be used during the damage step, so, you know, they attack and you just surprise them with this, and bam, there you go. On to the extra deck here. 3 TG Wonder Magicians. This is one of my favorite cards. It's a level 5, it's a tuner, it's pretty much a level 5 formula, except when it's summoned you pop 1 spell and trap on the field, and when it's destroyed you get to draw a card. Very, very versatile in this deck. I mean, it's only a 1900 beater, so it's definitely not something that's too good, but you can do it. 1 Power Gladiator, just for the level 5 that can hit over most other level 5s. It hits over Beast, it hits over Catastor, but, you know. 1 Blade Blaster, because I only have 1 way to make it. But Blade Blaster he's pretty decent, except he only stops spells that target him. So anything like Mirror Force, Torrential, Lightning Vortex, Darkhold, it's just going to get rid of him. So 1 Barkion, because you can make it in this deck, Striker and Rush Rhino. Great staple for almost any extra deck. Brionek, easy level 6 and plus staple. 1 Iron Chain, because some decks nowadays hate milling, except for Light Sworns and a few others like Infernities, but it's a nice 2500 6-star, so not too bad. Gaia Knight's kind of the new Goyo, but I mean, like, without the effect. He's a 6-star 2600, so he gets over most other synchros nowadays, except for like Scrap Dragon and stuff. But I mean, he's very, very nice for level 6. Black Rose, do I really even need to say it? Just blow up every card on the field. 1 Stardust, Negation. 1 Colossal Fighter, just for when I'm against the 6-Sam matchup, you know, I can get this guy out and hit over just about anything. 1 Trishula, because it's very easy to make level 9s in this deck. Pretty much if your opponent has a monster, you go Striker, Warwolf, and then a level 4 non-tuner, be it Rush Rhino, Wanghu, or Fire Dog. Sink them all into 9 to get a Trishula, or Mistworm. Mistworm pops 3 on the field and 2500 9-star. So he's not... Trishula's the better option, but you can also go for this to push for game. The final one is Catastor, because with Agent Fairies now out and doing pretty well, Catastor has to be run to stop most of them, because hit into Hyperion and destroy it immediately. Run into anything and just destroy any light monster, so... That's the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and this was Aaron with Operation Bad, and we'll see you guys next time.